Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to go a little deeper on cloud finance. I feel like we've been circling these two terms, ITFM and FinOps, and are they the same thing? Or is there a bigger difference there that we're maybe missing?
Yeah, it can get confusing for sure.
Yeah.
People definitely throw those terms around a lot, sometimes even interchangeably.
Right, like just synonyms, basically.
But that's not really accurate, if you want to be precise.
So humor us. What's the difference then? Lay it out for us.
Okay, so ITFM stands for IT Financial Management. Think of it as the big picture of how a company manages its IT spending across the board. Hardware, software, cloud services, the whole shebang.
Okay, so it's about aligning all the tech spending with the business goals, right?
Exactly. It's about strategy and making sure every IT dollar is working toward those larger business objectives. FinOps, on the other hand, is a bit more specialized. It hones in specifically on the financial management of cloud resources.
So if ITFM is managing all the money, is FinOps even necessary? I mean, it's all just money, right?
That's where it gets interesting. It's true that ITFM covers all IT expenses, but cloud spending is its own beast. It's super dynamic, with things like pay-as-you-go models and constantly changing services. FinOps brings that specialized knowledge to the table, ensuring the business is using cloud resources efficiently and not overspending.
Okay, I'm starting to see the distinction. So it's less about one being in charge of the money and more about them having different focuses within the overall IT budget.
Exactly. Think of ITFM as the architect of overall IT spending. They create the blueprints, budgets, forecasts. FinOps is more like the construction manager for the cloud portion of the building, making sure it's built to spec and running efficiently.
I like that analogy. Now, we came across some ITFM responsibilities like budgeting and optimization, but doesn't FinOps do that too?
They do, but again, from different angles. Let's say ITFM sets a target to reduce overall IT spending by 10%. FinOps would then step in and say, okay, how can we achieve that within our cloud environment?
So maybe switching to a different cloud provider with better rates or finding ways to use fewer resources in general.
Exactly. That's where things like right-sizing instances come into play, where you adjust the resources allocated to a specific application to match its actual needs. Because overspending in the cloud can creep up on you quickly if you're not paying attention.
Yikes, no one wants to get hit with a surprise cloud bill.
Exactly. So you see how they both contribute to optimization, but with different scopes. ITFM's optimization is about the entire IT landscape, while FinOps zeroes in on the cloud.
It's like ITFM sets the financial course, and FinOps makes sure the cloud part of the journey is smooth sailing.
Love that. Now, while they have distinct roles, their work definitely overlaps. ITFM isn't just setting budgets in a vacuum. They need input from FinOps to understand the nuances of cloud costs and make informed decisions.
Right, because those cloud costs can fluctuate so much depending on usage and all sorts of other factors.
Absolutely. And beyond just cost optimization, ITFM handles things like vendor negotiations and compliance for all IT, which obviously has implications for the cloud as well.
Right.
So you need that communication and collaboration between the two for everything to run smoothly.
Got it. But, okay, let's be real. Sometimes budgets are tight. What happens if ITFM wants to stick to a strict budget, but then FinOps sees an opportunity where they really need to scale up cloud resources, maybe for a new product launch or a marketing campaign? How do you navigate that potential conflict?
You're right. That's where it's absolutely crucial for ITFM and FinOps to be on the same page and share the same overall business goals. It's about having open communication and being able to translate those cloud-specific needs into a language that ITFM understands, the language of business value.
So if FinOps can clearly demonstrate how that investment in cloud resources will directly contribute to increased revenue or lead to even bigger cost savings down the road.
Exactly. Then ITFM is more likely to be on board, even if it means making some adjustments to the initial budget. It all boils down to collaboration and finding that balance between fiscal responsibility and capitalizing on opportunities.
Okay, so it sounds like the relationship between ITFM and FinOps is less like oil and water and more like peanut butter and jelly.
Huh. I like that. They complement each other. Both are good on their own, but together they create something even better.
I'm going to be thinking about PB&Js all day now. But seriously, that's a really helpful way to understand how these two functions, while distinct, really need to work in tandem for a business to truly thrive in the cloud.
Absolutely. And here's something else to think about. As cloud technologies continue to advance at this incredible pace, and we see even more businesses relying on hybrid or multi-cloud environments, that need for collaboration and communication between ITFM and FinOps, it's only going to get stronger. It's going to be fascinating to see how these roles continue to adapt and evolve in the future to meet those new challenges.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Great insights as always. And for all of you listening, keep those cloud questions coming. Until next time.